न कुरे मना क्रोधः खेदकारी न कुरे मना कामना विकारी न कुरे मना लोभ अहंगिकारो न कुरे मना मत्सरो दंभभारो. Anger is described as khedakari, a source of suffering. It burns mental energy, clouds judgment, and damages relationships. When anger becomes habitual, it turns life into constant unrest. Desire or kama is portrayed as the root of many distortions. Unchecked desires multiply endlessly, pulling the mind in conflicting directions and weakening inner stability. Jealousy is highlighted as poison for contentment. It arises from comparison and makes one resent others' success, leading to insecurity and inner bitterness. Hypocrisy and arrogance burden the mind with false identity. Pretending to be something we are not creates inner tension and distances us from truth. The Shlokas' core teaching is inner simplicity. A calm and pure mind does not arise from suppression, but from conscious refusal to entertain destructive emotions. When anger, lust, jealousy, and ego are dropped, the mind naturally becomes lighter, clearer, and more receptive to wisdom. The key insight is freedom is not gained by controlling the world, but by cleansing the mind. A mind free from inner toxins becomes peaceful, strong, and spiritually aligned, capable of right actions and lasting happiness. मना श्रेष्ठ धारिष्ठ जीवी धरावे मना बोलणे नीच शोषित जावे स्वये सर्वदा नम्र वाचे वदावे मना सर्वलोकान् सिरे निभवावे. This verse advises the mind to cultivate steadfastness and excellence in one's inner life. A strong mind supports a strong life. At the same time, it warns against low or harsh speech, reminding us that words reveal the quality of our thoughts. Speech that lacks restraint weakens both relationships and self-respect. The shloka further emphasizes humility as a constant virtue. Speaking gently and humbly does not indicate weakness. Rather, it reflects inner confidence and maturity. Humility keeps the ego in check and opens doors to learning, harmony, and trust. Finally, it encourages living in a way that uplifts and connects with all people. Instead of competing, dominating, or distancing ourselves, we are guided to coexist peacefully and respectfully with everyone. Dehe tyagita kirti mage uravi mana sajjana hechi kriya dharavi. मना चंदनाचे परी त्वां झिजावे परी अंतरी सज्जनानी ववावे. True greatness does not come from outward appearance, wealth, or loud recognition. Just as sandalwood spreads fragrance even when rubbed and worn down, a truly good person remains gentle, calm, and beneficial to others, even when tested by life's hardships. This shloka urges the mind to embrace virtuous action as a way of life, not as a strategy for praise. न कोरे मना द्रव्यते पूढिलांचे अति स्वार्थ बुद्धि नुरे पाप सांचे घडे भोगणे पापते कर्म खोटे न होता मना सारिखे दुःख मोठे. The poet advises the mind not to obsess over accumulating wealth meant for the future at the cost of present righteousness. When intelligence becomes overly self-centered, it naturally drifts toward sinful shortcuts. Such thinking justifies wrong actions in the name of enjoyment, success, or survival. Even if wrongdoing appears profitable in the short term, the karmic consequences are inevitable. What seems like enjoyment today becomes regret tomorrow. This shloka also highlights a deep truth about happiness. True sorrow is not caused by external loss, but by inner compromise. Wealth gained through dishonest means never brings peace because the mind constantly remembers the wrong. सदा सर्वदा प्रीतिरामी धरावी दुखाची स्वये सांडी जीवी करावी देहे दुःखते सुख मानित जावे विवेके सदा स्वस्वरूपी भरावे. The verse begins by urging us to remain constantly rooted in love and devotion to Rama, symbolizing alignment with the highest truth or divine consciousness. Next, it advises us to let go of the habit of clinging to sorrow. Suffering often repeats itself because the mind becomes accustomed to it. The shloka then presents a powerful psychological shift. Consider bodily pain and life's difficulties as neutral experiences, not as enemies. Finally, the verse emphasizes living constantly in one's true nature through discrimination or viveka. This means remembering again and again that we are not the body or passing emotions, but the aware consciousness observing them.